Jeremiah chapter 10. Hear the word which Yahweh speaks to you, house of Israel. Yahweh says, don't learn the way of the nations, and don't be dismayed at the signs of the sky. For the nations are dismayed at them. For the customs of the peoples are vanity. For one cuts a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, so that it can't move. They are like a palm tree, of turned work, and don't speak. They must be carried, because they can't move. Don't be afraid of them, for they can't do evil, neither is it in them to do good. There is no one like you, Yahweh. You are great, and your name is great in might. Who shouldn't fear you, King of the nations? For it belongs to you. Because among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their royal estate, there is no one like you. But they are together brutish and foolish, instructed by idols. It is just wood. There is silver beaten into plates, which is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, the work of the engraver and of the hands of the goldsmith. Their clothing is blue and purple. They are all the work of skillful men. But Yahweh is the true God. He is the living God, and an everlasting King. At his wrath, the earth trembles. The nations aren't able to withstand his indignation. You shall say this to them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth will perish from the earth, and from under the heavens. God has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom, and by his understanding has he stretched out the heavens. When he utters his voice, the waters in the heavens roar, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He makes lightnings for the rain, and brings the wind out of his treasuries. Every man has become brutish and without knowledge. Every goldsmith is disappointed by his engraved image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, a work of delusion. In the time of their visitation they will perish. The portion of Jacob is not like these, for he is the maker of all things, and Israel is the tribe of his inheritance. Yahweh of armies is his name. Gather up your wares out of the land, you who live under siege. For Yahweh says, behold, I will sling out the inhabitants of the land at this time, and will distress them, that they may feel it. Woe is me because of my injury. My wound is serious. But I said, truly this is my grief, and I must bear it. My tent has been destroyed, and all my cords are broken. My children have gone away from me, and they are no more. There is no one to spread my tent any more, to set up my curtains, for the shepherds have become brutish, and have not inquired of Yahweh. Therefore they have not prospered, and all their flocks have scattered. The voice of news, behold, it comes, and a great commotion out of the north country, to make the cities of Judah a desolation, a dwelling place of jackals. Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man who walks to direct his steps. Yahweh, correct me, but gently, not in your anger, lest you reduce me to nothing. Pour out your wrath on the nations that don't know you, and on the families that don't call on your name, for they have devoured Jacob. Yes, they have devoured him, consumed him, and have laid waste his habitation. Jeremiah chapter 11. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, hear the words of this covenant, and speak to the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and say to them, Yahweh, the God of Israel says, cursed is the man who doesn't hear the words of this covenant, which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt, out of the iron furnace, saying, obey my voice and do them, according to all which I command you, so you shall be my people, and I will be your God, that I may establish the oath which I swore to your fathers, to give them a land flowing with milk and honey, as it is today. Then I answered, and said, Amen, Yahweh. Yahweh said to me, proclaim all these words in the cities of Judah, and in the streets of Jerusalem, saying, hear the words of this covenant, and do them. For I earnestly protested to your fathers in the day that I brought them up out of the land of Egypt, even to this day, rising early and protesting, saying, Obey my voice. Yet they didn't obey, nor turn their ear, but everyone walked in the stubbornness of their evil heart. Therefore I brought on them all the words of this covenant, which I commanded them to do, but they didn't do them. Yahweh said to me, A conspiracy is found among the men of Judah, and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. They have turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, who refused to hear my words. They have gone after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers. Therefore Yahweh says, Behold, I will bring evil on them which they will not be able to escape, and they will cry to me, but I will not listen to them. Then the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem will go and cry to the gods to which they offer incense, but they will not save them at all in the time of their trouble. For according to the number of your cities are your gods, Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem you have set up altars to the shameful thing, even altars to burn incense to Baal. Therefore don't pray for this people. Don't lift up cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry to me because of their trouble. What has my beloved to do in my house? Since she has behaved lewdly with many, and the holy flesh has passed from you? When you do evil, then you rejoice. Yahweh called your name, a green olive tree, beautiful with goodly fruit. With the noise of a great roar he has kindled fire on it, and its branches are broken. For Yahweh of armies, who planted you, has pronounced evil against you, because of the evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Judah, which they have done to themselves in provoking me to anger by offering incense to Baal. Yahweh gave me knowledge of it, and I knew it. Then you showed me their doings. But I was like a gentle lamb that is led to the slaughter. I didn't know that they had devised plans against me, saying, Let's destroy the tree with its fruit, and let's cut him off from the land of the living, that his name may be no more remembered. But, Yahweh of armies, who judges righteously, who tests the heart and the mind, I will see your vengeance on them. For to you I have revealed my cause. Therefore Yahweh says concerning the men of Anatoth, who seek your life, saying, You shall not prophesy in Yahweh's name, that you not die by our hand. Therefore Yahweh of armies says, Behold, I will punish them. The young men will die by the sword. Their sons and their daughters will die by famine. There will be no remnant to them, for I will bring evil on the men of Anatoth, even the year of their visitation. Jeremiah chapter 12. You are righteous, Yahweh, when I contend with you. Yet I would like to plead a case with you. Why does the way of the wicked prosper? Why are they all at ease who deal very treacherously? You have planted them. Yes, they have taken root. They grow. Yes, they produce fruit. You are near in their mouth, and far from their heart. But you, Yahweh, know me. You see me, and test my heart toward you. Pull them out like sheep for the slaughter, and prepare them for the day of slaughter. How long will the land mourn, and the herbs of the whole country wither? Because of the wickedness of those who dwell therein. The animals and birds are consumed. Because they said, He won't see our latter end. If you have run with the footmen, and they have wearied you, then how can you contend with horses? Though in a land of peace you are secure. Yet how will you do in the pride of the Jordan? For even your brothers, and the house of your father, even they have dealt treacherously with you. Even they have cried aloud after you. Don't believe them, though they speak beautiful words to you. I have forsaken my house. I have cast off my heritage. I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies. My heritage has become to me as a lion in the forest. She has uttered her voice against me. Therefore I have hated her. Is my heritage to me as a speckled bird of prey? Are the birds of prey against her all around? Go, assemble all the animals of the field. Bring them to devour. Many shepherds have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness. They have made it a desolation. It mourns to me, being desolate. The whole land is made desolate. Because no one cares. Destroyers have come on all the bare heights in the wilderness. For the sword of Yahweh devours from the one end of the land even to the other end of the land. No flesh has peace. They have sown wheat, and have reaped thorns. They have exhausted themselves, and profit nothing. You will be ashamed of your fruits, because of Yahweh's fierce anger. Yahweh says, concerning all my evil neighbors, who touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit, behold, I will pluck them up from off their land, and will pluck up the house of Judah from among them. It will happen that after I have plucked them up, I will return and have compassion on them. I will bring them again, every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. It will happen, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people, to swear by my name, as Yahweh lives, even as they taught my people to swear by Baal, then they will be built up in the middle of my people. But if they will not hear, then I will pluck up that nation, plucking up and destroying it, says Yahweh. Jeremiah chapter 13. Yahweh said to me, Go, and buy yourself a linen belt, and put it on your waist, and don't put it in water. So I bought a belt according to Yahweh's word, and put it on my waist. Yahweh's word came to me the second time, saying, Take the belt that you have bought, which is on your waist, and arise, go to the Euphrates, and hide it there in a cleft of the rock. So I went and hid it by the Euphrates, as Yahweh commanded me. After many days, Yahweh said to me, Arise, go to the Euphrates, and take the belt from there, which I commanded you to hide there. Then I went to the Euphrates, and dug, and took the belt from the place where I had hidden it, and behold, the belt was ruined. It was profitable for nothing. Then Yahweh's word came to me, saying, Yahweh says, In this way I will ruin the pride of Judah, and the great pride of Jerusalem. This evil people, who refuse to hear my words, who walk in the stubbornness of their heart, and have gone after other gods to serve them and to worship them, will even be as this belt, which is profitable for nothing. For as the belt clings to the waist of a man, so I have caused the whole house of Israel and the whole house of Judah to cling to me, says Yahweh, that they may be to me for a people, for a name, for praise, and for glory, but they would not hear. Therefore you shall speak to them this word, Yahweh, the God of Israel says, Every container should be filled with wine. They will tell you, Do we not certainly know that every container should be filled with wine? Then tell them, Yahweh says, Behold, I will fill all the inhabitants of this land, even the kings who sit on David's throne, the priests, the prophets, and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, with drunkenness. I will dash them one against another, even the fathers and the sons together, says Yahweh. I will not pity, spare, or have compassion, that I should not destroy them. Hear, and give ear. Don't be proud. For Yahweh has spoken. Give glory to Yahweh your God. Before he causes darkness, and before your feet stumble on the dark mountains, and while you look for light, he turns it into the shadow of death, and makes it deep darkness. But if you will not hear it, my soul will weep in secret for your pride. My eye will weep bitterly, and run down with tears, because Yahweh's flock has been taken captive. Say to the king and to the queen mother, Humble yourselves. Sit down, for your crowns have come down, even the crown of your glory. The cities of the south are shut up, and there is no one to open them. Judah is carried away captive, all of them. They are wholly carried away captive. Lift up your eyes, and see those who come from the north. Where is the flock that was given to you, your beautiful flock? What will you say when he sets over you as head those whom you have yourself taught to be friends to you? Won't sorrows take hold of you, as of a woman in travail? If you say in your heart, Why have these things come on me? Your skirts are uncovered because of the greatness of your iniquity, and your heels suffer violence. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may you also do good, who are accustomed to do evil. Therefore I will scatter them as the stubble that passes away by the wind of the wilderness. This is your lot, the portion measured to you from me, says Yahweh, because you have forgotten me, and trusted in falsehood. Therefore I will also uncover your skirts on your face, and your shame will appear. I have seen your abominations, even your adulteries and your neighing, the lewdness of your prostitution, on the hills and the field. Woe to you, Jerusalem! You will not be made clean. How long will it yet be,